Right, welcome back everyone to another Whizbits random gaming video. And on today's gameplay video, we're going to be playing Lightning Swords. Playing this via the Evercade today. So let's boost up the credits once we're in there. And I've played this once or twice, but never actually gone all the way through it. Never actually paid it any attention, you know. It looks like a pretty solid game. I think I only played this when I got the EXP sent through the limited edition one, just quickly. It's on the IRM collection. Oh no, I've just realised. This game, it commits a cardinal sin here. You've got to push up on the D-pad to jump. Now obviously this was an arcade game, so I imagine it was fine in that aspect when you're playing in the arcade, but in all honesty, games like this, you know, it's my fault. I should have done some button mapping. This is going to make it quite difficult though. I don't like playing games like that. Just give me a jump button. But anyway, as you can see, it's fairly similar in its gameplay to maybe a Shinobi type game. And I love Shinobi, so yeah, I'm quite hopeful of enjoying this game as we go through it. Good lord. Right, there's your first continue. That was quick. I don't even think this is a boss. What's going on? How many hits does this guy take? He must be a sort of mid-level boss. It's 2 credits gone already and I've not even beat this introductions type level boss. Okay, here we go. We done him anyway. Graphics are not bad on this. It's 1991. They're nothing special for the time, I must say, but they do the job. And it's definitely a game that would have got my attention if I walked past it in the arcade. Just the hack and slash nature of what I'm seeing on the screen. That would have been enough for me personally to have chucked a couple of 10p's in, or 20, whatever it was at the time. Who remembers when arcades were 10p in the UK? No, that was a big deal when they went up to 20 pence. No, that's literally half the games gone that you were going to play that day. If you had £1, you now had 5 goes instead of the 10. Alright. Okay, I'd imagine there's a boss coming up here. Right, this looks like a legitimate boss anyway. What on earth? How many hits have you got? See, it's games like this I wish there was an energy bar for the boss as well, so you know what's going on. I feel like I've hit him like 300 times and he's just only just started flashing red. Come on. Surely not all the bosses are going to be like this on this game. Come on, this is getting to be a bit of a chore. Thank God for that. And yes, I will be saving. I don't want to have to go through that again. Right, stage 2. Oh great, you've given me a task to be jumping over. I don't like jumping with this D-pad. Hello, hello. Some looks like Carnoff on the juice. And I'm guessing this is another mid-level boss. And this one's just as difficult as the last mid-level boss. Well, I'm not going to say difficult, it just take a long while. Okay. Right, and as soon as I beat one of those guys, then I'm introduced to a ton of them, and they're a lot easier to kill. Makes sense. Alright, the pattern of this little fella, at least he dies quick. It was a bit awkward, a bit like those little bouncing hunchbacks you get in the original Castlevania. Look how many times I've got to hit this guy before he dies. This is amazing. They definitely didn't want you to get too far on this game, and if you were committed, that they wanted your money. Alright, screens have stopped moving. I'd imagine. Okay, yeah, this is a boss. Oh, it's quite similar to one of the mid-level bosses in, is it Gunstar Heroes? Very similar, apart from this is rocks and the other one is made of I can't recall now, but yeah, the movement, it's all quite similar. Speaking of Gunstar Heroes, I do have that on my list of games that we'll be playing at some point on the channel. It's one I've never actually completed. It's absolutely rock hard, but so yeah, it might not be an entire walkthrough, but I'd like to give it a go and see how it goes. Do remember, if you want any games of your choice played on the channel, all you got to do is leave a comment below. I'll take everyone into consideration. Look how quick I died. Yet this guy is still standing strong. The bosses are obviously going to be a massive problem in this game, aren't they? From mid-level bosses to end-of-level bosses, they all seem to be able to take 5 million hits before they die. I'll tell you, if any of you out there have beaten this game in the arcade on whatever limited amount of credits, then I will tip my invisible hat off to you. This is a tough game. I mean, it's like any arcade, it's fairly linear, but you know, the experience of fighting the mid-level boss and the end-of-level bosses, they're literally designed to just take your money away from you. Your 10 pences, your 20 pences, your quarters if you're in America. Oh, I mean, this is not even a mid-level boss. This is literally 20 seconds into the level and I've got this guy. And I did think I'd found a sweet spot there where he couldn't hit me. Clearly not. And once again, once you defeat that guy, you're running into his weaker type brothers. I think IRM have got a bit of a history with making games designed to take your money. Did this game get any ports to any home consoles? I'm not aware of it. And to be honest with you, I can probably see why. It's not the most enjoyable game to play. As I'm going through it, I'm on level 3 here, and I'm not enjoying it that much. It's okay. I've got my doubts whether or not I'd actually come back and play through this game. Shinobi, it definitely isn't. Alright, so we've got Wolverine here with blonde hair. And I've just discovered a different attack, which I think would have made all the bosses a lot easier. That's my own fault for not reading through the instructions. Can't complain. But I think it would have made the game a lot easier using this booster type attack. Yeah, this was clearly meant to be used on the bosses, and yeah, like a complete Nimrod, I forgot to read through. But in my defense, most of these types of games, they are quite self-explanatory, and yeah, we've all got a history of this, haven't we? Who reads instructions, especially for these old games? Well, yeah, all that complaining previously, yeah, it appears a lot of it's down to myself, because as you can see there, the boss I took care of in a much quicker time than the previous two. So yeah, that attack is going to be used a lot in order to get through this game now. Can someone please explain to me why fire is not burning him? Yeah, I get it. Fire burns. Of course it should hurt me. Low budget Karnoff ripoff. Why? Sorry, I had to laugh at that. just the image of one of them sitting on the other's shoulders. Something was a bit, it didn't look right. Right, so this is the guy from the first level, isn't it? The mid-level boss. Good lord, what on earth is that thing? I must say, it's definitely an interesting take on an end of level boss for a game set in this sort of time period. But you know what, despite me now discovering that attack that's really helpful, the bosses are still quite difficult and they still do take quite a lot of hits. So I'm going to stick with my original argument that IRM were definitely after your money on this one. And I know all arcade games are meant to be made like that, but some of them, you know, they just go over the top. It puts you off putting any more of your money in. And I'll be honest, if I found this one in the arcade, that would have really put me off. I wouldn't have been that bothered about progressing on something like this. But nevertheless, we will plough through on the Evercade, because the beauty of that is I have unlimited continues. Well, I say beauty of that. I'm not sure if I really wanted to. I'm not enjoying it that much, this game, so if I wasn't making a recording right now, I probably would have switched this off and just said no thanks. Not today. And of course, on a game like this, which I've been moaning about the bosses non-stop, of course, I'd imagine this is the final level and they're going to give me a boss rush. That's just what I was after. Oh, fantastic. This one again. But as you can see, that attack that I failed to notice was part of the game, it does work a lot better. He's red already, you know, so yeah. It's definitely the moaning aspect at the beginning of this video is all on me. It's all on me. My fault entirely for not learning how to play the game. Right, this looks like some final boss business. So yeah, come on, let's get this over and done with. It's a frustrating game to play, this one. To watch it, I'd imagine probably isn't that bad. I mean, I like the look of it, the gameplay aspect of it, sort of. Like I've said previously, it looks like a Shinobi type game, and you know, those games were big in the 90s and a fond favourite of myself and many arcade goers. Unfortunately, the execution in this one, when you've got the pad or the joystick in your hand, whatever you were using, I would say is nowhere near as well done as your Shinobi type games. And yeah, IREM, I can see why this wasn't a massive hit. If you mention IREM as an arcade game distributor, Lightning Swords is probably not one of the first games you're going to mention. Most people chuck R-Type straight out there, and rightly so. Where someone would bring this one up on their list of favourite IRM games is going to be quite low, I'd imagine. It's definitely at the bottom near mine anyway. Right. Any more levels or anything? Nope, nope. Okay, and after all that pain, frustration, we get a lovely background of mountains and a lovely message saying that everything has worked out okay. And two eagles soaring through the sky to let you know all is right in the world. Yeah. Right, anyway, that, guys, was Lightning Swords from IRM. It's on the IRM collection if you're interested, on the Evercade. I personally will not be playing this one anytime soon. It's not a terrible game by any means, but it's not that enjoyable to play, if that makes any sense. It's a little bit frustrating. Yeah, sure, There was definitely the aspect where I didn't learn all the attacks. That probably made it more of a frustrating experience for myself. However, even once I learned that, I didn't find it that enjoyable. So yeah, it's worth a try, most definitely. If you've got the IRM collection, it's definitely worth giving it a go. Just don't expect miracles with this one. I think the screenshots and the gameplay videos you might see before that, they're definitely they're better to watch than they are to actually interact with. So yeah, what can I say? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. That was a tough game, a tough one to get through. Didn't enjoy it massively. So I don't think I'll be playing this one again in a hurry. The IRM collection itself is a good one, so I would completely recommend picking it up. There's some great stuff on there. I'm going to be getting back to Full Void next week. I'll be playing the second part of my playthrough of Full Void. I was unable to do it this week for various reasons, but I will get back onto that next week. In the meantime, make sure you tune in to my main video each and every Sunday at 1 o'clock, and tune in to the gameplay video on Wednesdays and any bonus content throughout the week. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.